Unless your conviction has been expunged, set aside, or vacated, or your gun rights have been restored, anyone convicted of a felony in any jurisdiction across the country is a prohibited possessor in every U.S. state. Federal law prohibits anyone convicted of a felony from purchasing or possessing any type of firearm. Arizona gun laws for felons are similar, but some people convicted of felonies can have their rights restored under certain circumstances. If you have been convicted of a felony, it's important to do your research and consider your case before you give up on the possibility of owning a gun. You may be able to have your rights restored by following a detailed petitioning process. According to Arizona law and the precedent set forth by case law, a person who is convicted of a felony can apply to have their gun rights restored, depending on the nature of their past felony charges. There are two main ways that you can have your rights restored. Petition. After an appropriate waiting period, you may be able to file a petition with the court to have your rights restored, depending on the nature of your conviction. This is usually 10 years for serious offenses and 2 years for other felony offenses. If you meet the proper requirements to have your rights restored, you must make a written request to the court. It will then be up to the court to decide if you're eligible based on your conviction and your current case. To restore your rights to gun ownership, you may also have your felony conviction set aside or expunged. When a felony is set aside, your conviction still exists on record, but the penalties associated with it are released. Having your felony set aside is only an option for crimes convicted in the state of Arizona. When it is expunged, your conviction is essentially erased in the eyes of the law. The benefit of having your felony set aside or expunged is that it restores civil rights like employment and voting rights in addition to gun rights. Keep in mind that you can only have your conviction expunged in the jurisdiction where the crime occurred. If you are a convicted felon, you can get your gun rights restored by going through a petitioning process if you meet the proper criteria. You can apply through the court to have your conviction set aside, expunged, or vacated in the state where you were convicted, or you can petition the court to have your gun rights restored in Arizona. The petitioning process can be a tedious one, so it's valuable to have help from an experienced lawyer. If you need assistance restoring your gun rights in Arizona, the criminal defense lawyers at Jackson White can help. We can also help you get your felony conviction set aside, expunged, or vacated if you were convicted of a felony in Arizona. Call the Jackson White Criminal Law Team at 480-745-1639 to discuss your case today. 9-2